Okay, so today we are going to Scotland. But forget the usual history books, the standard tourist trail stuff,
Yeah.
because the sources we're digging into for this deep dive, they treat one of the most famous sites there, Holyrood Palace, well. Not like a museum piece at all.
No, they see it as an encrypted document, almost like a message carved right into the stone, but you need the key, the cipher, to read it.
Exactly. And that's the core of this material, isn't it? We're diving into this, well, let's call it esoteric lore, where everything, architecture, geography, even the names of things, it's all seen as intentional, coded communication.
Yeah, the sources actually call the system behind this encoding the OK Club. And they view, well, pretty much all of human reality as a structured experience they call the cosmic game.
Okay, the cosmic game. So our goal today is to try and unlock this deep, symbolic interpretation of Holyrood. We need to look at everything, its name, its geography, its architecture, the whole package.
And we have to do it through their lens, right? Understanding that in this specific lore, the rules of the world are called the cycle.
The cycle. Got it.
And buildings, especially important ones, they're never just random placements. They are purposeful ciphers. We're looking for those aha moments hidden in plain sight.
Okay, so to give you, the listener, a bit of a head start, the cycle means the current era, the way things are run now.
Basically, yes. The current era of earthly rule. And the figurehead running the show on Earth for the OK Club, they refer to that figure as the Ringmaster.
The Ringmaster, okay.
And Holyrood, as we'll definitely get into, is the Ringmaster's official base in Scotland.
Ah, okay. So the Ringmaster isn't the original ruler. They're like a stand-in for a true, maybe sleeping monarch. That sounds critical.
It's absolutely central. And that distinction, the sources argue, is something the architecture itself has to, well, underscore.
So everything about this place is designed to reflect the, I guess, the internal politics of this OK Club.
You could say that, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, let's start with the ground itself then. Geography as a cipher.
Yeah, this is foundational for them. What's really fascinating is how the sources insist that location is just paramount. Structures linked to the OK Club, never put there by chance.
Never by chance.
No. They operate under this principle that geography itself is a kind of storytelling, a permanent record.
So let's unpack that. Holyroodhouse, that's the specific building, the Ringmaster's Scottish base.
Yeah.
Why does that specific spot matter so much to their cosmic game?
Well, the sources are very specific about this. These key buildings, they have to be put on, quote, sacred ley lines, or in lands that hold deep symbolic meaning.
Okay, Lely's lines, symbolic land.
It's all about anchoring. Anchoring divine or, esoteric energy to the physical world. It makes the site more than just a building.
It elevates it.
Exactly. It becomes a nexus point, a place where physical reality and the rules of the cycle actually meet.
I see. So they pick a site that already confirms their ideas even before they lay a single stone.
That seems to be the logic, yeah.
Which turns Holyrood into something much more than just a palace. It's presented almost as a temple, doesn't it?
A temple, yes, whose location itself tells the first part of the cosmic game's story. It's the earthly HQ, positioned deliberately.
Positioned to reflect the rules of engagement.
Precisely. And if you connect that to the bigger picture in this lore, it suggests every significant structure in their system is like a carefully chosen geographical key.
Defining the boundaries and rules of the cycle.
Yes, literally cementing the system into the landscape itself. They want the power of the place to reinforce the Ringmaster's authority.
Wow. Okay, that idea alone is pretty powerful. The ground beneath your feet being part of the code. But the sources don't stop there, do they? If geography is the map, then they say the OK Club encodes the rules of the game into language too.
They do, and the transition feels seamless in the source material, suggesting the whole thing, physical place, language, it's all one single act of, declaration.
Okay, so now we apply the cipher to the name, Holyrood. The sources call the name itself a literal three-part formula, defining the very foundation of the cycle. This is where the name stops being just, history.
And becomes cosmology, a statement. That's the core argument here. It's not just about some old relic of the true cross, though that's part of it.
Right, the historical explanation.
But for them, it's primarily a semantic declaration, a statement of the divine law that actually governs the Ringmaster's authority.
Okay, let's break down those three parts for the listener. Starting with the easy bits, the outer layers, holy.
Straightforward enough, right? Signifies a sacred site, top tier, connects it directly to divine lore, it adds legitimacy.
Okay, holy is the sacred stamp. Then at the other end, you've got the D.
The final D. Yeah, in this esoteric system, that's the established marker for the terrestrial realm.
The earthly world.
Exactly. Often described in their texts as down or later. It's the physical stage, where the cosmic game actually happens.
So we got the sacred connection and the physical place,
Mm.
clearly marked,
Mm-hmm.
which brings us to the middle, the bit that holds all the weight. Roo.
Roo. Yes. This syllable, they claim, carries 3 meanings, all at the same time.
Okay, hang on. 3 meanings packed into just Roo. That's a lot of symbolic weight for 3 letters.
It is. They call it the master key syllable. And you really have to hold all 3 interpretations in your head at once for the full message to click.
All right, let's try. Meaning number 1.
First interpretation, the Rook. The sources claim this is the actual name of the Monarch's celestial castle, the real seat of power up there.
The Monarch's castle.
Oh.
So Holyrood Palace, the building on Earth, is specifically named as the earthly Rook.
Exactly. A direct copy or maybe a counterpart to the true celestial power base.
Okay, the Rook. Earthly counterpart. What's meaning number 2?
Meaning 2 bridges the esoteric with history. The Rood. This is the one historians generally accept.
Right, the cross.
Yes, the name comes from a famous relic of the true cross. A rood just means a cross, so that grounds the whole thing in something tangible, historical.
Makes sense. Okay, Rook, Rood. What's the third meaning? This feels like the philosophical payoff.
It is. The third meaning is the root. The sources call this the Ru-Tao.
Ru-Tao.
Yes, and they define it as the foundational principle of reality itself. Specifically, they say it refers to the divine sacrifice of the Tao cross.
The Tao cross.
The sacrifice that supposedly starts and ends each cycle of existence.
Whoa. Okay, so hold on. How do these sources connect a celestial castle, Rook, to a historical relic, Rood cross, and then tie both of those to this deep philosophical concept, Rook Ru-Tao? What's the bridge?
Well, the argument is that the physical relic, the root or cross, is just the earthly manifestation of the cosmic law. The Ru-Tao. The sacrifice of the Tao cross is the fundamental event that actually created the cycle, the game board we're on.
I think I follow.
So by naming their earthly HQ the Rook, they are claiming that this physical castle is now the root, the foundation of the current earthly law.
Even if that law is, in their own terms, usurped from the true monarch.
Precisely. It acknowledges the source of the pattern even while claiming control within it.
Okay, that brings it together. So if you combine Holy-Roo-d and D, the name Holy-Roo-d becomes this complete declaration.
It states, essentially, the Holy Cross, Rood, is the root of the earthly realm.
Wow.
The name of the Ringmaster's place is basically a summary of the divine cosmology he's operating under.
That's incredibly blatant, isn't it? The name isn't history. It's the operating manual for the cycle, slapped right on the Ringmaster's front door. They're not even really hiding the rule set.
Not if you know the code, apparently. And if you think that's transparent, just wait until we look at the actual physical layout of the site.
Because the concession gets even starker in the stone itself.
Oh, much starker.
All right. So the message isn't just in the name. The sources call the physical layout, the buildings side by side, a perfect architectural diagram of the cosmic game.
Yes.
This is where that contrast gets really sharp, and the internal tension of the cycle is literally built into the landscape.
It's the ultimate juxtaposition, isn't it? You have these 2 distinct, massive structures right next to each other on this sacred ground.
Each representing a different side of the cycle's current state.
Exactly. Forming a perfect allegory of the whole usurpation narrative.
Okay, let's look at the active part first. The palace, Holyrood Palace. This is the polished, working, functioning residence of the earthly Ringmaster, where the power is now.
Right. This side symbolizes the profane current cycle of the game. The sources literally describe it as the polished and well-maintained machinery of the elite's control.
Machinery of control.
It represents power in action, the active administration enforcing the cycle's rules. It's clean, it's functional, it has to be for the Ringmaster to keep the game going.
But then standing right next to this symbol of current active control, you have this profound, beautiful silence. The ruined abbey.
Yes, these incredible haunting remains of the original structure, just ruins.
And in this lore, a ruin is never just an old building falling down, is it?
No, never accidental. It symbolizes a past age, maybe a forgotten one, a previous, maybe truer form of the order.
Okay.
So the sources interpret this ruined abbey as symbolizing the dormant, sleeping monarch and the memory of the true sacred order that's been, well, left to decay.
But crucially, not torn down, not removed.
Not removed, left there, decaying, but present.
So palace equals usurper ringmaster, abbey equals legitimate sidelined king. It seems so obvious when you put it like that. But then why wouldn't the ringmaster just get rid of the ruin?
Right.
Why keep that constant reminder of the previous sacred order literally next door?
And that is the moment of the confession. That's why the sources insist the entire site is a confession in stone. The profane active power, the palace, the ringmaster's admin, is built right next to the beautiful ruined memory, the abbey, the sleeping king. It's an acknowledgement.
It acknowledges the usurpation. It's not hidden at all. It's the literal landscape they chose to inhabit.
Exactly. It serves as this constant, visible reminder to the players in the game, perhaps, but maybe more importantly, to the members of the OK Club itself.
A reminder of the king they've usurped and the cycle they are currently serving.
Power operating quite literally in the shadow of the memory of the original order.
The implication is pretty chilling then. The current power structure isn't forgetful or dismissive of the past.
No, they seem to be deliberately maintaining the ruins as a kind of memorial to the very authority they've displaced, creating this perfect architectural diagram of their own legitimacy, or perhaps lack thereof.
For anyone who has the eyes to see it, as they say.
For those who know the code.
Wow. Okay, so we started with just one place, Holyrood Palace. And using this dense esoteric framework from our sources, we've pulled out a whole philosophical story.
A cosmological statement, really.
All from just a name and two buildings standing next to each other. It really does force you to see the world a bit differently, doesn't it?
It does. It's almost like a shortcut, if you buy into it, to being well-informed about the hidden claims these power scriptures might be making.
And if this very specific interpretation is accurate, I mean, suggesting that the current power, the ringmaster and the palace, is fully aware of the older forgotten order.
And not just aware, but built right in its shadow, acknowledging the monarch and the abbey.
Yeah, it really raises a big question, doesn't it?
It does. It makes you wonder about the perceived stability of the whole cycle.
How stable can it really be if the memory of the usurped king is kept right there, like a garden feature next to the current HQ? It almost implies the current reign knows it's temporary.
Or at least built on a foundation of acknowledged displacement.
Yeah, and that leads to the final thought for you, the listener. If this level of coded allegory exists at Holyrood,
then you have to wonder what other major modern structures that you see or interact with every day. Maybe corporate HQs, government buildings, city plazas.
could they secretly contain similar allegories? These confessions built into their architecture that maybe now you can start to spot.
What symbols of active current power are built right next to symbols of something older, something perhaps forgotten or sidelined, worth looking for?
Absolutely. Okay, a deep dive into Holyrood is closed for now. Until next time, keep looking for the cipher hidden in the stone.